You crossed the line. El Rayo, you did not have to bring my personal business into this whole mess. So now, not only will you suffer, but your whole family will suffer the aftermath of the Venice Beast, Zeke Rose. What I'm talking about is sending you out on a stretcher, sending you to the emergency room, having you wheeled in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Emmy, I'm very sorry, but Uncle Zeke has to do what he has to do. And this Saturday at AAPW Arena, it will be the end of El Rayo.
Benjamin Greenback, the last real manager here. And I have just one question for you, Lawrence. Why are you so angry all the time? You're mad every single day. It was your birthday, and you were mad. There's always something bugging you. And you know what bugs me? That you never get out of the way of me or Christopher Black. Every single day, you get in our way. You won't give up the title that you don't deserve, and you just keep running around trying to break people's leg with your dumbass looking crossing guard bumblebee nonsense stick. And everyone's tired of it. Everyone's tired of the law. So it's time to break the law, because I have money to burn, and you're gonna go down in flames.
Viva La Rasa, you want to jump us from behind after the match because we pinned the wrong person? Well, that's alright, because we beat your ass in that match, and we're just gonna beat it twice as bad this week.
See, I'm not gonna lie. You almost had us at first. Like, they busted my lip. They did. Next week, I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna bust your head till the white meat shows. You thought hitting me in the head with the title was gonna prove something. They didn't prove anything, that you're a bunch of
This week, we're gonna show that you were never anyone's role models to begin with. And for the diapers you want us to change, you have to change them yourself, because we're gonna beat you so bad, you're gonna be shitting your pants the entire match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those who broke the mold, and welcome back to another fiery edition of AAPW Heatwave. Got one hell of a car already stacked up for you guys tonight. I'm Garrett Schultz, usual commentator, joined by my good friend Felix Ruff. Felix, let's tell about this car.
Well, let me tell you, man, when I first heard this car announced on social media, I made it a big point to come down to the AAPW Arena and be able to call some very, very good matches. I mean, we're stacked top to bottom here. You know, we've advertised for matches. We got our main event, of course, El Rayo versus Rose in a noticeable.
That's right, finally a match for the ages coming off this absolutely insane feud that these guys have had over the last few shows. Hopefully capping off here with a determined victory between one of these two amazing competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think for both of these guys, it's really, really important that they decide once and for all who deserves the right to have that title around their waist. Another big match on the card we announced earlier in the week for Black against Lawrence Patello. No America's Championship on the line just yet. However, there is a big caveat. There's a special guest referee, and who would have thought Benjamin Greenback.
Benjamin Greenback himself.
Good evening, wrestling fans. It's Saturday
All right,
night.
let's go to Check Cassidy as we get our show kicked off.
AAPW Heatwave! And yes, we have 7 exciting matches. 4 titles are on the line. We have our concession stand. It's hot, so get some water. We have some merchandise over there. Some awesome, beautiful new t-shirts, stickers, and other things, posters, flyers, everything. Head over there to Nina the Car and say hi and get some shirts. Before I go any further, however, as customary, I'd like to introduce to y'all the owner, the head trainer, and the Texas Wrestling Hall of Famer, Papa Don Ray Campos!
How we doing tonight, guys? Before I get started, anything goes on, I gotta say this. Every time we come out here in the summertime and it's hot, I appreciate every single one of you to be out here and supporting us. I know it's hot out here, and I know you're melting like a snow cone in Phoenix, but I'll tell you what, when you're here, I know we're going to give you the best show of your life. That way the heat won't even bother you, and I hope we haven't disappointed you so far. Want to let you know we will not be here next week, but our next show will be 2 weeks from today. That will be August 27th, right here at the AAPW Arena. That will be the debut of AEW Ring of Honor star Jay Lethal will be here wrestling in this ring right here with our guys that night. So you don't want to miss that night. It's going to be a fun night. All those matches planned. Look for the flyers that are going to be coming out as the weeks progress to see Jay Lethal here. So I hope we have a lot of Jay Lethal fans here tonight, don't we? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to do my interviews like I normally do, and I have last week we saw a tag team do something that I did not expect, and I want answers. And I'm talking about Viva La Rasa. I guess the question is going to be, why did you do what you did last week? Why did you turn on Houston? That was supposed to be a friendly tag team match. And then I don't know what happened to you. What happened to you? Maybe it's too much smoke in the brain. I don't know. But why, Cortez? Why? Is that all you can ask? All right. Why? Why not? Look, it's very simple, okay? We've gone all around Texas making a name for ourselves, Papa Don. We had to go. We didn't ask where. We said why. Hey, hold up. I'm answering you. Hey, can you shut up so I can answer? Okay, basically, we had to go all around to make a name for ourselves. You never saw anything in us, Pops. So we did what we had to do so you could see something in us. The reason I couldn't see anything in you because every time I looked this way, there was smoke all over you. Now, Zig, come on. I don't know if it was his idea, if it was your idea, but come on. I thought you, the fans have always cheered for you here, and then you did what you did after following his lead. Why?
Dude, why? Why? You really want to know why, Pops? I am tired of losing all the time. I am tired of taking the backseat to all these young kids out there taking our tag team titles. So tonight, they're going to be the example of why we are the next top shotters here in AAPW. And I could give a damn what fans think.
Well, you know as well as I do that Wentworth and Houston are a formidable tag team. They've gone through a lot of tag teams here. They beat a lot of names here. You know that as well as I do. Hey, it might happen again tonight. I'm going to let those little boys know that they're facing Viva La Rasa, okay? Yeah, they may have gotten the win last week, but I wasn't the legal man. Or this time, we're going to end you. Ladies and gentlemen, Viva La Rasta. Wow. All right. As you saw the flyer this past week, you are aware that tonight somebody makes their debut back at AAPW after being injured for a period of time. And ladies and gentlemen, she is back here at AAPW tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Bird Monroe! Lady Bird, welcome back. Welcome back. We're so glad you're back here at AAPW. It's been a long recovery. I know the fans have been following you on social media after your knee surgeries. And now you're here. You're already traveling around Texas as well. But I got to ask you, how you feeling? Are we ready for tonight?
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I think I'm about at 100% now. And I'm ready to kick some ass tonight. I miss it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times people would message me, send me messages, when is Lady Bird coming back? How's her progression after her knee surgery? But I guess tonight they're going to see firsthand, and you got a tough competitor tonight in Miss Mia Friday.
Yeah, I've been watching her, but I think I got her beat. I've been training harder than ever, and I'm coming back better than ever.
There you go. She's coming back. And I know right now you are looking at other ventures, looking out there. Other companies are already asking for you. And I can't say on it, but you know the big ones that they're already messaging you. But we know we got to get you back into shape, back to championship style. And we're going to do it here, right?
That's right.
We're going to do it here. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Bird Monroe. All right. Well, one more person I have. This person requested time. I am going to give it to him. And you saw the match that happened last week between Zeke Rose and El Rayo. And this time, El Rayo has asked for mic time. Ladies and gentlemen, El Rayo! El Rayo, you're back here.
Pops, I got nothing but love for you, but I don't need you to walk me through a promo like those guys in the back, okay? Especially Zeke. I got nothing but love for you. Zeke, I've seen your videos. I've seen your little posts on Facebook about how I made this personal, Zeke. You're wrong. You made this personal when you had me against this rope choking and you're talking to my daughter, Zeke. You made this personal. But, hey, I got a lot of stuff I know about you too, Zeke. You want to hear? You want to hear? Y'all want to hear? Let's start with, maybe your relationship. See, I know your lady comes to the shows. She sits right here in the front row. Hi, Kelsey. You see, 2 years ago, you were on a little bit of a rocky relationship with Miss Rose over here. I'm sorry, Kelsey, I got to tell it like I see it, right? 2 years ago, what's none of my business? I didn't make it my business, your man did. 2 years ago, your man was messaging me about wrestling and his relationship. So, I mean, you may as well be thanking me, because if it wasn't for me, you probably wouldn't be here right now. I'm sorry? Oh, I'll be here for a while. So if I get the camera back on me and not on Mr. Rose over here, I'm only saying that because I know he's your bitch, okay? So we know that a few years ago, Mr. Zeke Rose, Brother Zeke, whatever you go by today, we know a few years ago, somebody with a pretty big name told you you're just a man wearing face paint. Zeke Rose, you've graduated from that. You're no longer a man wearing face paint. Now, you're just a man playing wrestler. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean tonight, Zeke.
Ladies and gentlemen, El Rayo. All right, we ready for some wrestling action tonight, guys? Let's get the show on the road, brother. Here we go.
Thank you, sir. Just a quick check of the buckles, but yeah, let's get some wrestling action going, folks. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
That is Warsaw. What's he doing?
You're not in this match. Shut up. Listen up, all of you scumbags. I am tired of AAPW treating me the way they am. I am a 10-time. You see them in the concession stand? 24/7, 365. They could try to win this. See the guy with the porn stash over there? At any point, he could go for it. Hell, you see these idiotic zebras working on the ring?
at any point they could go for my title. But I continuously show up. I defend it. I constantly win this match. And at any point, I am ready. And then this man, this company, does not even book me a match. I mean, how many freaking referees does it take to check a ring? We've got one match about to go, and we bring 4 of y'all out. You freaking idiots. This is what's wrong with this company. Disrespecting me. I don't have a match tonight.
Definitely not
but yet we got
appreciating
4
Warsaw's
idiots
choice
out
words
here trying to make sure this is good.
Probably working a little harder than they expected to because of Warsaw's
And y'all
antics.
shut up. Y'all don't know wrestling. I mean, look at these fans. Y'all have got like a combined IQ of 12. What in the... No, I don't want to hear...
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second.
Chase Bird.
And new
Chase Bird with the double
24/7
team for Trevor Blue
champion,
there.
Trevor
That is
Blue.
3 times. Wait a second.
Oh, and he turns on him. And Mr. Garza, our special
And
guest referee
new
tonight.
24/7 champion, Chase Burdick.
Oh, no, Garza goes for a pin of his own.
And new APW 24/7 champion, Anthony Garza.
Oh, wait. JC Garcia.
And new
Senior referee JC Garcia is now the
24/7
24/7
champion,
champion.
JC
Oh, my
Garcia.
goodness. 4 title changes. The real match hasn't even started yet.
Well, I mean, luckily we...
And here comes Warsaw.
And new APW
Now an
24/7 champion,
24/7
John Warsaw.
Yeah,
There he goes.
Warsaw with the real strategy for the night, actually leaving the ring once he's won the match.
That is,
Well, you know, they're brethren in stripes. I think they're a bit upset that they've been betrayed, betrayed each other's trust.
by each other, yes. And that brotherhood shattered, and Warsaw took advantage the moment he saw the
APW,
opportunity, and now
I was
he's
gonna say-
walking away with the gold,
Let me
as
catch my breath
Warsaw
1
does.
second. And we'll try this again. Are y'all ready for some more wrestling action? The following contest is scheduled for
I have
one
to agree with you
fall
there, sir.
with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing the first contestant. Representing Culture Shock. Hailing from www.tinder.com/Culture Shock 50% off.
Opening contest.
Weighing in at 185 pounds. He is
I
your
couldn't think
resident
of a
star
better
boy.
high octane
Diddy
match. That was-
O'Reilly!
Other than what we got lined up.
Scene along with the rest of Culture Shock, not just here at AAPW, but all over Texas, making a name for himself as some of the best of the best pro wrestling has to offer. Very right, but definitely Michael Arrow and Kane Carter are definitely 2 of the men that can take him to task. Let's see who's going to emerge victorious here tonight, though.
Hailing from Lake Whitney, Texas. Weighing in at 175 pounds. Kane Carter!
Here we go, set entry number 2 here in this triple threat. Kane Carter, a man who's really found a second home in AAPW. You know, he's traveled a bit around Texas. I know he's a member of the Rose Wrestling Academy as well. So finding, again, a lot of success here in AAPW. Hasn't quite, I think, found championship gold around his waist yet, but man, has he been in the championship talk really ever since he arrived.
No, absolutely. Kane Carter, surprisingly, doesn't have a great record for the AEW. He lost an incredibly close tag match, the ladder match at our 4th of July show, and he also lost a close match last week. Incredible. Kane Carter is such an athlete. He's just the best guy AEW has offered. It's really punishing him.
Oh,
And introducing the third and final contestant, hailing from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 180 pounds, Michael Aapw!
About a year ago, he roped right with Kane Carter.
Your official for the contest, Trevor Blue.
Broke to the groin. Start off.
Kane Carter wants one-on-one with Culture Shock. Remembering his loss last week to Ollie Summers, wants to prove that he's better than what Culture Shock has to offer. And showing off strong with that wrist lock right there to start.
Danny O'Ryan fighting his way out of it.
Yeah, getting out of that wrist lock, I think, a way only Danny O'Ryan knows how.
Absolutely. High octane moves, that ring knowledge. King Carter back in control pretty quickly, but here we go. Danny's fighting his way out once more.
I think Kane Carter's real smart for this. He has the size advantage over Danny O'Ryan. He can really throw that strength in, really muscle him around.
Oh yeah, that's it. Well, it's the thing. If you try to pull the wool over Danny's eyes, he's gonna find a way out of it in the most flashy way that he can.
Absolutely. Danny well aware that he doesn't have the strength advantage on Kane Carter. He's going to do what he can to get his way out of that. And so far, it's been kind of back and forth, but Danny definitely knows his way around Kane Carter's moveset for now.
Oh, and here's Aapw now coming back into the ring. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure Aapw's not happy after getting a little bit run amok there.
Cheap shot knocked down on him pretty early in. Definitely taking Kane Carter to task there. Getting Danny out of the way just to deal more damage to Kane as he's trapped there in the corner.
Absolutely. Aapw's got a grudge right now, and I see why. I mean, Kane Carter is doing whatever it takes to win this match, but I get being, nice shove by Kane Carter, really showing him that he knows what it takes to win a triple threat match.
Absolutely. These guys are not a team. These gentlemen are all trying to fight each other. Only one man can emerge victorious.
That's what I'd like to see from Danny O'Ryan. Taking advantage.
That is definitely why you don't turn your back on a man like Danny.
Absolutely. The back rake, one of the deadliest moves in the Culture Shock arsenal.
And that athleticism from Danny O'Ryan.
2 shoulder tackles. He's back up pretty quick.
Caught him. That was impressive.
He was trying to leap over Michael, but Michael saw it coming. Caught him as he was coming back down.
Yeah, was definitely looking for a fireman's carry, but just kind of used the momentum to just drop Danny on the...
I think you might have missed it with Danny O'Ryan standing in front of the hard cam there, but it looks like Kane Carter caught Michael Aapw by the leg when he was hitting the ropes there.
You're right. He took advantage of that. Now Michael's back on the outside.
I mean that's kind of the bit of the wild factor to a triple threat, right? You know, one-on-one, easy, you keep the guy in front of you, you beat him up. But that extra man always lurking around, you never really get a moment's breath in a triple threat.
The goal is to keep your head on a swivel. Who can I focus on at what time? It's not going to leave the other guy with too much of an advantage to take me over.
No, absolutely. And I believe our last triple threat in APW, I actually won versus Almost in Lalo. And let me tell you what it takes to win triple threat, all right? It takes whatever it takes to win, right? Exactly like Kane Carter's doing. Tripping when people aren't looking, shoving them into the ropes, kicking them in the crotch if you got to. There are no disqualifications in a triple threat match. And taking full advantage of that is what it takes to win one of these matches.
I mean, it seemed to work so far. King Carter's kind of regained the tempo of this match. Aapw's down on the side. He's got O'Ryan kind of right where he wants him at the moment, setting him up here. Quick, beautiful suplex.
Vertical lift into that beautiful suplex. Quick pin attempt.
Right here, but I really don't think Aapw has what it takes to beat these two guys tonight. Oh, maybe he proves you wrong here with sunset flip.
I'm not sure. Michael Aapw's shown a lot of heart in all of his contests here. He may not have the size or the strength advantage, but he knows his way around the ring. He knows how to be nimble.
He tossed right back out.
And there he goes again. Yep.
There was a point in APW where Michael Aapw knew what it took to win a wrestling match, right? I remember a year ago he threw me over a rope, threw me over the top rope by a noose, and damn near killed me just to win a wrestling match. And I respected him for it, to be honest with you. But now I don't think Aapw's like that anymore. I don't think he remembers what it takes to really win these matches. Ooh, beautiful shot there.
Yeah, just a big cross block there from Kane Carter, just floored Danny O'Ryan.
Both men down. Danny gripping his head, smashing in the mat like that. It's still just a 2 count, though. Not enough to put him away.
See, and again, Aapw trying to insert himself back in the match, but Carter's kind of had control for a bit, and it's just really kind of maintaining the pace of this contest so far.
That uppercut and a couple of chops to put Aapw in his place as Kane Carter tries to take back control.
Absolutely. Kane Carter showing that he has what it takes to win these triple threat matches. Stay on top of both men. If neither one of them get up, he can maintain dominance over this match for the whole pace.
Or do what you can to keep one man down so that you can focus on the other one for as long as you need. It definitely is as much a mind game as it is a physical one. Who can I confuse long enough, or who can I keep down? Who do I have to focus more on to wear down more, so that I can take my time to take out the other one while the other one is still recovering?
Well, I mean, Carter's going to watch himself here. The more he splits his time, the more enemies he makes, and now he finds himself sandwiched between Aapw and Orion.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
Chop.
There you
chop,
go. Yep.
Oh, and an enziguri to finish it off. Oh, and a devastating backbreaker.
Whoa, up and over goes Orion.
Back kick.
Uh-oh. Legs locked in, and a Rana brings Danny down to the mat.
Aapw charging up here. Oh.
Springboard crossbody, another good pin attempt.
Nice high-flying moves by Michael Aapw, and all three of these guys have excellent high-flying capabilities. I think they're most dangerous when they're in the air here. So it really could... Oh, he's going up top again here. Looking to really maximize that high-flying capacity of Michael Aapw.
Rallying up the crowd behind him, but Danny's up. He took that split-second distraction to his advantage.
And Danny Orion, out of these 3 men, is probably the master of high-flying techniques, not letting Michael Aapw get up there at all.
Absolutely. He saw it coming, and he knew he had to take his shot. Michael Aapw desperately holding on to that top turnbuckle.
Going for a super German suplex. Michael Aapw holding on for dear life here, fighting him off.
Somehow managing to fight out of Danny's strikes to the back. And here we go now. He's got his leg on the other side of the rope. What's he got planned? What's he doing? King Carter's worked his way back inside.
Oh, in that Tree of Woe position right there.
Absolutely. They call it the Tree of Woe for a reason. Uh-oh. You know, Kane Carter's got his opportunity.
Oh!
Suplex into Danny Orion.
Yeah, you want to talk about capitalizing off of really the other two guys focusing on each other. And King Carter again, big cannonball taking out both men.
The cannonball senton rocks both men to the core, and Danny looks like he's out. Oh my gosh. Oh, and another good pin attempt. Still just a 2 count, though.
Michael Aapw barely holding on here. And King Carter proving why I think he should win this match. He's really proven what he has, what it takes.
He's showing
to take out both of these men.
He is showing his heart, his knowledge, and his determination.
Yeah, unfortunate there. He tried to reposition. I think still had that singles mindset in his mind to get Danny away from the ropes, but I think that...
Realizing his body was being moved without his own volition was the wake-up he needed for that split-second decision to kick out of that pinfall attempt.
And Aapw trying to bring this down into some amateur wrestling here.
Yeah.
This is where Aapw's at his most dangerous. He is probably one of the top 5 best amateur wrestlers. Oh, and that crotch shot from Kane Carter.
The low blow. You hate to see
I mean, what can he do, right?
Qualifications here. He can do that if he wants to. And he's proven he has what it takes to win a wrestling match here.
You are so right, Mr. Anderson. You are so right. And that Psycho knee might be it for Michael Aapw. But now he's gone back to work on Danny. And some vicious stomps while he's down on the ground.
No, and he's smart for this. He's got Aapw down now, but if he goes for the pin now, Danny's going to break it up. So he has to really put the boots on this guy. Make sure he stays down when he finally has the chance to go for the pin here.
You're so right, Sergeant. But now Michael's made his way back up to his feet. Oh, and he goes up high for another
nice crossbody.
Beautiful diving crossbody. But no, he gets him back up. He doesn't pin him.
Yeah, Aapw's not done yet. Falcon Arrow.
Oh, there it is.
This match is over. No!
Falcon Arrow. Oh my God.
Oh my! I would never have expected it. And there's Orion's arrow. That devastating.
I believe he calls that the Orion's belt. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful handspring. Yes. Another quick chop to Kane. Now he's got Michael in the corner. He's not done yet. He may have had this match in the bag, but he's decided to do just a little more damage to both of these guys.
Danny doing what Danny and Culture Shock does best, and that is showing off. Really proving that they have the skill. Oh, Arrow coming in for a clothesline.
Oh my gosh! I think Arrow was going for Danny there, but he used it. He used Arrow against Kane.
Oh, here we go. Torture rack. Oh, drops him right on top of Carter.
Uh-oh. Got a man sandwich there in the corner. Oh no. Oh, and another hard backbreaker. Kane coming in for the save just in time. That might have been it if Kane didn't land that shot to the back of Danny's head. He's still down, though. Still reeling from the damage dealt in that corner there.
Absolutely. Danny O'Ryan is in clear control of this match. It would take a miracle for Arrow or Kane to get up and take over from this guy here.
Momentum can change on a dime.
10 minutes have gone by. 10
Either one of
minutes.
these guys can take that opportunity and use it, and it looks like Kane is trying to put it in his corner now.
Yeah, Orion was looking for that Stardunk there, had the double underhook in, but I think Carter sensed the blood in the water and tried to stop it. And now these three men are just opting to just fight with each other.
Now the chop chain has begun.
And think about the eye poke and gunshot from Kane Carter. Says, I do not want to play these games anymore. Oh, and Michael Arrow.
Oh, and he's going up.
Aztec drop.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But he's on the ropes. Not anymore.
Oh, kicks out.
Yeah, I think he tried to cinch too deep, and they kind of rolled back with it, fell out of the pin. Unfortunate, you know. I mean, adrenaline's got to be going a mile a minute. You can't afford mistakes like that.
Oh, absolutely. Kane Carter needs smart. Pulled himself out of the ring there so he can't be pinned anymore. Oh.
He goes going for it again, but Danny fought his way out of it.
Danny.
Had it scouted.
Ducks the line. Oh. Crucifix.
Oh!
Big crucifix bomb. Big kick out there from Michael Arrow.
Yeah,
Danny
I think
getting very frustrated here.
Yeah, Arrow, I think, instinctively put his hand up, fist up in victory, but unfortunately the match kind of ran out.
Nice suplex there.
Falcon Arrow again. Arrow trying to put him away.
This could be it. Nope.
Oh,
Another
big knee from Kane Carter. Oh my gosh, Arrow's dead.
This could be it for Kane now.
Yeah.
Arrow's on the outside again.
Yeah, rolls him through. Big DDT. 1,
might be it.
2.
And it is.
Arrow too slow to stop the.
And your winner at a time of 12 minutes, Kane Carter.
Huge victory over both Danny O'Ryan and Michael Arrow. Really making up for the last couple of weeks that he's just had no luck in the WC here with Kane Carter.
I mean, that's just the chaos of the triple threat at its finest, right, gentlemen? You know, you focus too much on one man. You look for that one moment in the match where you can capitalize, and that's exactly what Kane Carter did.
No one has anything to be ashamed of in this one. But still, Kane Carter's the one walking away victorious here.
Michael Arrow really realized he's second too slow, but really that 1, 2, 3 is all it takes to be a winner in the squared circle.
In 3 seconds, that's all you got. Every millisecond counts, and unfortunately, Arrow just could not get in there in time. Oh, but there we go. The beautiful display of sportsmanship from these two. Not a fan, Sergeant?
Not a fan of the display.
Folks, and as always, the best and only place to follow up on all the aftermaths from right here at APW.
Just go to the back.
Official APW.com and on our social media at officially. Introducing first, hailing from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Weighing in at 195 pounds, the Canadian Dragon, Shimbashi!
Here we go, second contest of the evening, a singles match here first. Of course, we got Shimbashi here coming out, much to the chagrin of the AAPW fans here. The Canadian Dragon, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be very well liked by his AAPW fans.
I mean, I'm no fan of any Canadian, to be honest with you, but I mean, Shimbashi is an athlete, a monster. Look at that man. Twice the size of any guy here. There are very few people who athletically stand a chance against Shimbashi.
I think
And
Ollie
his
Summers
opponent,
might be one of the guys to take him to task tonight, though.
from the commune in Waco, Texas, weighing in 187 pounds, representing Culture Shock, Ollie Summers!
Here we go, the flower child himself, Ollie Summers. Making his way down the ring. I've noticed a little pattern here. We've got quite a bit of a Culture Shock gauntlet that I think Shimbashi has found himself in between. Yeah, absolutely. Shimbashi himself posted a victory over both CJC and Daniel Ryan, so maybe Ollie Summers trying to be the, prevent the Culture Shock.
CJC did take down Shimbashi. So he's 1-1 in his most recent bouts. He's beating Daniel Ryan recently. Shimbashi
Your official,
is only
Anthony
anybody's
Garza.
game here. In classic Culture Shock fashion, he is really just being a burden on everyone around him. Truly a nightmare to be around.
I don't know if I'd call it a nightmare, but he's definitely taking his time and getting his ring gear off, getting into the head
There we
of
go.
Shimbashi
Yeah.
a bit. The
It's
crowd
fine.
is definitely behind him.
Well, look, I'm just as proud. I'm just as proud as the AAPW fans that Ollie Summers was able to get his ring jacket off, and Shimbashi, very upset that they're cheering for Ollie Summers' jacket and not him.
And I get why. Ollie Summers is about 17 pounds and mostly hair. And Shimbashi is a pure athlete built exclusively of muscle. I would be furious too. And I get it. These fans, there's not a single sensible one about them. So I understand completely where Shimbashi's coming from here, being frustrated.
Now, I don't mean to insinuate, Sergeant Anderson, but it kind of sounds like you got a bone to pick with Ollie Summers.
I mean, if there's two things I don't like, it's Culture Shock and hippies. So I wouldn't say that I have a particular bone against Ollie Summers, but I am rooting for Shimbashi here.
And here we go. The circle up. The mind games have begun. The feeling out process. And Shimbashi doing what Shimbashi does. Taking his time. Going outside the ropes to just collect himself a little bit.
Did a little stretching, getting the head of Ollie Summers. And this is a classic tactic, right? The mind games are almost more important than the physical games here. And Shimbashi knows that, and he's taking advantage.
Well, absolutely. I mean, both of these men, I think, have two of the most unique mentalities when it comes to wrestling here in AAPW. So it's really going to be, I think, almost, maybe if not more so than a physical battle, a battle of wills as these two try to get under each other's skin and try to force these mistakes out of them.
Absolutely. And if there's one thing I'll admit about Ollie Summers, it's that he is one of the most psychologically proficient wrestlers in this company. And there are very few people who know more about mental games than Ollie Summers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I expect a lot of mental gymnastics to be performed between Shimbashi and Ollie Summers during this match.
It's definitely going to be a game of the minds as much as it is a game of the athletes in this bout, that is for sure. Here we go. Ollie taking control.
Proving that some very impressive chain wrestling from both men here.
Absolutely.
Yep, rolls through, nails that hammerlock down. You know, even as somebody who would have like the slight strength advantage like Shimbashi, you know, it's going to take quite a bit to get back out of it, but he does find a way. Spins him around into a snapmare, and all right, well.
Slap to the back of the head.
Really valuing that psychological damage there to slap him back of the head and let him up. Really showing that Shimbashi doesn't respect Ollie Summers. And that might be a mistake on Shimbashi's part here.
Absolutely. You don't want to underestimate your opponent, and Ollie Summers is definitely somebody.
Oh, beautiful fire miscarry.
Beautiful, beautiful, indeed. Oh, here we go.
Let's roll out.
Oh, rolls through, seatbelts him into a pin.
Ooh, quick 2 count there, that surprise one.
Yeah.
Bailing to the ropes there, trying to keep himself safe.
Finding that ground to pull back to whenever he needs it. Trying to collect himself.
And that's so smart by Shimbashi, rolling back to those ropes there, calming himself down, and mentally preparing to get right back into it. And taunting Ollie Summers here, showing off the physique of the personal trainer, master athlete Shimbashi.
Let's see, yeah, Ollie Summers not one to be shaking a feather at. That all vegan diet does have plenty of protein in it.
And getting the crowd on your side can be as much of a mind game as just taunting your opponent in the ring, like Shimbashi and Ollie have been doing so far. Ollie get the crowd firmly behind him.
Yeah, and they're just opting for the classic test of strength here.
I don't foresee a...
When Shimbashi tried that foot stomp last week, Ollie saw it coming, though. You knew he studied that match.
Oh, absolutely. Ollie is a master of game film, a master of psychology here, and he's really proven it. Not letting the same trick work twice here with Shimbashi.
Oh, Shimbashi fights his way out of that headlock, though, into one of his own. And now Ollie trying to find his way out, getting the boot on the back of Shimbashi's knee, and he rolls through.
Oh, a little bit of peace and love, baby.
More peace and love from the flower child himself. Another quick cover. Oh, just a 1 count on that one, however. Oh, and the forearm to the side of the head.
And Shimbashi just getting tired of the games here. Just throwing him with that massive forearm, shutting it down. Oh.
There's a pretty impressive dodge there, ducking under that line and tripping him with his own feet. And then this drop kick to the side of the head. Now Ollie firmly in control of this one, getting Shimbashi out of the corner.
Shimbashi reversing here. Up and over.
Into another headlock, it looks like.
It just catches him in the middle. Shimbashi still trying to fight to get Summers off of him.
He is. Ooh. And the hard shoulder tackle sends Shimbashi to the mat.
And Shimbashi rolling right to the ropes here, being really intelligent, really smart, showing great ring awareness here, knowing where the ropes are at all times and going right to him when he's not in an advantage position.
Every second Shimbashi takes to collect himself in the ropes, though, is a second that Ollie also gets a chance to recover and collect his own thoughts.
And to the credit of Shimbashi here, ooh, ouch. And very impressive kick to the back of the leg there, taking Ollie Summers off the ropes. And what I was about to say was very impressive by Shimbashi. Ollie going for his patented corner clothesline there, but Shimbashi's been doing his game film as well. Saw it coming, dodged it, and punished Ollie for going for it here.
You are absolutely right. Got him out of the way just in time, neutralized him. Make sure he couldn't get that corner move out. Uh-oh. And the drop kick while Ollie's down to the mat.
This is where Shimbashi has a chance to really prove just how smart he is here, taking full advantage of the weakness of Ollie Summers, being down on the mat here just to punish him. Big neck breakers, working on that neck, that painful neck crank right there.
Just wrenching his neck.
And you can break a man's neck doing that. That's super dangerous. It's very smart of Shimbashi to push.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
To get hit in, especially to get it wrenched and cranked like that.
Absolutely. And Ollie Summers is in a position now where he has to ask himself, do I tap here to save my career, or do I risk it all trying to win this one match?
Ollie's not a man to give up that easy, though. He's definitely shown some great resiliency at his time here in AEPW, among some persistence and determination. Shimbashi's got his work cut out for him, but he's definitely giving it to Ollie with that chin lock. Ooh, and Ollie gets out of the way of the elbow, though.
No, absolutely. I might have my opinions about Ollie Summers, but he is a multi-time singles and tag team champion for a reason. He is dangerous in that ring, and that boot he just threw shows it right there into a backbreaker. Oh, my goodness.
A devastating backstabber from Ollie Summers. Sent Shimbashi to the mat with purpose, and he's still down. Both men are down now.
Ollie nursing that neck, taking a second there to recover. I'm sure the pain on that neck after that neck crank into that neck breaker is really... Oh! And Shimbashi going over the top rope there.
Yeah, gets low bridge there by Summers.
Is Summers going to fly? Oh, my goodness! And the kick to the face. Looked like Ollie grabbed his leg instinctively, like he kicked Shimbashi so hard it kind of stung a little bit.
And Ollie's showing some of that old school culture shock characteristic, really doing whatever it takes, whatever he wants, just guaranteeing that he wins the match, and I can respect that.
Shimbashi is no slouch in that department either.
Oh, look out.
Oh my goodness, a neck breaker over that middle rope. Oh, into that tight squeeze of a pin, but Ollie manages to kick out somehow, some way.
Absolutely. That was a very impressive maneuver from Shimbashi. That hurt just watching. And Shimbashi really getting tired of Ollie Summers' heart here, just refusing to stay down and just wailing on the skull of Ollie Summers as Shimbashi.
Those devastating shots to the head have Ollie's got to be seeing stars or flowers at this point. The crowd firmly behind him, clapping and chanting for Ollie. Shimbashi dissects him there in the center of the ring.
Put him in that full Nelson there, and that move can break a man's neck. This is a very dangerous mover. It is actually banned in amateur wrestling, is how dangerous it is. And Shimbashi fully intends on ending Ollie Summers' career here if he doesn't give up. Ollie powering up, fighting out of it.
Oh, Oh, but Shimbashi's got him in the corner again.
Absolutely. Again, that ring awareness of Shimbashi, proving that that he's a veteran of this ring, and he knows where everything is at all times.
Oh, but Ollie had the advantage for half a second there, blocking that punch, but then he got the kick to the gut. There he goes, fighting back with a forearm and a hard chop. That's the flesh on flesh echoes across the arena. Devastating axe handle to the chest, and Shimbashi back down again. Both men in the corners. Shimbashi got out just in time, though. Ollie got out just in time, though. In that hard line of his own.
What taste of his own medicine there, Ollie with a massive neckbreaker onto his knee.
Like a neckbreaker, backbreaker combination in that one.
Absolutely, and Ollie Summers is a technical genius when it comes to creating fancy new maneuvers like that. Dropping Shimbashi's neck onto his knee. And now Shimbashi is down, struggling to get back up after that massive neck breaker.
Ollie also kind of showing the wear and tear of this match so far as both men are taking their time to get back up on their feet.
Ollie Summers is nursing his neck there, trying to get something going.
Shimbashi just...
That great ring awareness. Oh, that shot might break it up, though.
Uh-oh. We'll go another back kick, though. Wrenching to the gut of Ollie. Into a double underhook, but Ollie fights his way out. Here we go. That could be it right there. No.
Shimbashi.
Indeed. Shimbashi showing his own fortitude there, able to kick out just before that 3.
Absolutely. Shimbashi no slouch at all when it comes to physical toughness. Taking that massive flip and kicking out there at 2. What's Ollie going for here? Shimbashi reverses it into a standing fireman's.
Indeed, no way to tell now. Ollie's fighting his way out of that fireman's, though. Oh, back into it again.
Half Nelson there for Ollie Summers.
Can we get it? Nope. Shimbashi fights his way out with the elbows once again. Blocks the clothesline.
Big elbow from Ollie Summers into Shimbashi there.
Oh, and
super kick.
Wrenching his face with that
full
super
Nelson
kick.
German.
When a very, very
10 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes.
Mr. Garza's hand was so close to slapping the mat for the 3, but Ollie somehow, some way, able to kick out just at the last second.
And both men are down here. That massive full Nelson suplex really put him into the mat there, but the crowd really behind Ollie Summers here. I don't get it, but Ollie Summers seems to be the fan favorite for this match here. That home field advantage paying off.
Oh, it looked like he fought out of a package pile driver there.
I'll go from Alabama Slam, countered.
Oh, and he caught the kick.
Into a super kick that's countered by Ollie Summers.
He dodged that kick. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, another quick 2 count.
Roll up and Shimbashi kicks out. Ducks the clothesline. Takes the back line from Ollie Summers.
That's it. I think that was the love bombing. Oh, into the...
I believe that's Wisteria locked in on Shimbashi over there.
You're so right, Felix. You're so right.
And this is one of the most dangerous submissions you can be in AEW. There are very few men who've ever escaped a submission by Ollie Summers.
In the center of the ring, too. But, oh, the crossface, though.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Opting for a bit of a cravat, too, to change up the style or get a little bit more crank on the back of the neck that he's been working on this whole match.
Canadian cravat. My goodness, that is one of the most painful moves you can experience.
And Ollie's arm trapped under Shimbashi's knee. Center of the ring, but somehow he's fighting his way out, but he's giving him shots to the side of the head with the elbow. Oh, back up into another
oh, great white noise, too, dropping him again on that neck.
Oh, my goodness. 2.9 if there ever was one. Ollie somehow kicking out mere milliseconds before Mr. Garza got the 3 count.
Absolutely. That was an incredible kick out by Ollie Summers there. And honestly, I'm kind of coming around on the kid. I'm very impressed by him tonight. Really showing a lot of heart. Kicking out of some brutal maneuvers by Shimbashi here. And Shimbashi really just feeling the pain of all these maneuvers Ollie Summers put in that despicable submission. Really making him real here as he tries to set up for that Oh, pile driver, but Ollie Summers counters into a cover.
Another close 2 count. The wear and tear taking its toll on both of these men.
Huge slap across the face by Ollie Summers here.
A favorite of
Into
Grandpa
a
Dave.
half Nelson.
Oh my gosh. And Shimbashi sends Ollie down to that second rope.
Absolutely. Shimbashi again.
Ollie just looking absolutely dazed, but he fights his way out just in time.
Oh, big knee to the face of Shimbashi. Ollie dragging in the middle of the ring.
The hard knee.
Setting him up.
All that momentum behind it.
Oh, massive neck breaker by Ollie Summers onto Shimbashi here. But Ollie Summers too much pain to capitalize. Collapses after hitting the maneuver.
That could have been it. That could have been the victory right there. But you're right. As you said, he just lost his moment to capitalize.
Absolutely. Ollie Summers trying to power up, but is just the damage that has been done by Shimbashi, is it too much here for him to capitalize? Shimbashi just seemingly passes out, luckily dodging the backline here from Ollie Summers.
I think Shimbashi's just out on his feet.
This might be the end of the match here, folks. Shimbashi doesn't even seem like he's able to stand.
And that jawbreaker. He's not done yet, and the super kick to the back of the head.
Oh, but he's setting up for the this package neckbreaker. Oh, the Shimsanity by Shimbashi here.
That must be it, and it is.
Oh, man.
Your winner at a time of 14 minutes, Shimbashi!
Shimsanity, a powerful package neckbreaker, is showing the creativity and the power of Shimbashi.
Now he's got a win over all 3 Culture Shock staple members, if I remember what you said correctly earlier. Shimbashi's got one up on all 3 of these men.
Yep, absolutely. A win now on each member of Culture Shock. Definitely impressive by any means. All three members of Culture Shock. You know, it was hard. It was hard pressed if you looked in the past in the last year and a half of APW if you didn't find somebody in Culture Shock holding a title. So to be able to claim a victory on all 3 of them, I mean, it says a lot to Shimbashi's talent.
Absolutely, Shimbashi, really impressive. A really impressive athlete, wrestler, really making his name known on the indie scene here. And to be able to dominate Culture Shock, who are some of the biggest rising stars in Texas, just shows the athletic prowess. Ollie Summers rolling out of the ring here, barely able to stand after that massive Shimsanity.
Well, I mean, yeah, he spent about 15 minutes getting dropped on the back of his head, so I'm sure he's a little bit dizzy, absolutely, but able to get out mostly under his own power.
All right, wrestling fans, are you ready for some tag team action? You're in luck, because the following contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the AAPW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers. Hailing from Honduras and Jamaica, weighing in at 450 pounds, King Cortez, Ziggy Winston, Viva La Rasa!
Here we go, tag team titles on the line in this contest here. You know, we saw last time, last episode of AAPW Heatwave, of course, these 2 teams did meet with the champions picking up the victory, but there was a bit of chicanery there at the end, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Chicanery, betrayal, whatever you want to call it. Viva La Rasa coming out with a little less energy than we're used to, but a lot more determination and poise in their body language and their facial expressions. They're not here to party anymore. They're here to prove a point.
Opponents. They are the AAPW Tag Team Champions, hailing from Shreveport and Chicago, weighing in at a total combined weight of 325 pounds, Max Wentworth and Houston Hendricks.
Here we go, champions now making their way down to the ring. Get successful in their last defense last week, but obviously it seems like they're going up against a more focused, more determined Viva La Rasa tonight.
It's definitely going to be a different Viva La Rasa than they faced last weekend. interesting turn of events, I suppose you could say. It'll be interesting to see now how they carry themselves in the ring with this new mindset, this new attitude, and this new drive.
For sure.
In their quest for victory.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit interesting to see, of course, what the champions do themselves. We saw on our social media last week, Houston Hendricks officially graduating from the AAPW Academy, one of the youngest in the school's history to ever graduate at 16 years old. And I mean, look, you graduate now, you got a championship belt around your waist. I mean, it's you're shooting for the moon from here, right? And just as I was about to get more into it, Viva La Rasa jumping the champions right from the bell.
Oh, and I love to see this. Really immediately taking advantage, proving they know what it takes to win a wrestling match. Nothing is off limits until a ref tells you it's disqualification, and they're
attacking their opponents from behind before they were ready, and they're paying for it now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. And Wentworth using Houston as a weapon as he tosses him at their opponents.
Look, I mean, I think sometimes we forget just how complete of an athlete Maxwell Wentworth actually is. It's not very often I think you fully see his strength on display, but I mean, throwing your partner at the enemy is definitely one way to prove that.
Beating up dudes with other dudes is a pretty good way to show your strength, I'd say.
I mean, he might be strong, but throwing your tag team partner at your opponents is got to be the dumbest move I've ever heard of in my entire life.
I'd say it's innovative at the very least,
It's
you know?
innovative, right? But that's damage to your tag partner. Listen, Viva La Rasa, two veterans, two incredible athletes, and they will do whatever it takes to win. They proved it last week. They proved it just now, and they're going to prove it tonight.
Ooh, and you see there, Hendricks ducking the lockup there and just decides to drag Winston through. Cranks the arm there. Oh, and well, hold on now, sir. I don't think you're old enough to be doing anything like that. I appreciate that he put the joint out, but I mean, come on.
At the same time,
yeah, it's like you just graduated from the DARE program. Come on.
I used to be a little happy to see that joint come out, but not anymore, man.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Doesn't have the same energy anymore.
Yeah, and you see Ziggy kicking out triumphantly there after that double suplex. Not one to be trifled with.
Absolutely. Wentworth getting tagged out. Hendricks back in once again. More double team action from the looks of it. An impressive drop kick from Houston Hendricks.
Again, enough. At the very least, you're forcing Ziggy to keep kicking out, right? Using that bit of breath, that bit of strength to push the man off. Even as someone like Hendricks, who's a bit on the lighter side, it's still, good amount of weight on your chest.
Yeah. You don't have to be the biggest man to know that kicking out is still going to take some amount of energy from your opponent. Taking every opportunity to make Ziggy exhaust himself in every way he can, and delivering those multiple shots there in the corner, finishing up with the elbow. Here we go, neckbreaker, center of the ring. Ziggy is down once more.
And I just want to say, this ref is absolutely embarrassing professional wrestling right now, right? There are a whole 10 punches in the corner there, and the ref doesn't even count to 2. What an embarrassment of professional wrestling.
Here we
and
go.
Again, this ref not paying attention, but Viva La Rasa taking full advantage here. Really showing that they are athletes and veteran professional wrestlers.
Hey, JC Garcia's got a lot to juggle right now, though. He's got to keep track of 4 different people to make sure this tag match doesn't get out of hand. And while he's policing Wentworth there in the corner, Viva La Rasa took advantage, using the distraction to get the one-up on Wentworth and Houston there.
Yeah, and just a double hip toss there right out of the corner by this. And here comes, I think, probably the X factor that we'll see in this match is King Cortez. Being the biggest man in any contest, especially a tag one, definitely gives a bit of an edge to the other team. But how the champions can kind of navigate around Cortez from kind of tossing them around, I think really determines that they can retain tonight.
I think Cortez is the powerhouse in this bout, but also the agility of this man is another thing to behold. So he's definitely got a lot in his plate right now, a lot in his corner, as well as Mr. Houston in his corner also.
King Cortez is both athletic, powerful,
Capoeira kick to the back of Hendricks' head. Still just a 2 count, however.
Picks him up, scoop slam in the center of the ring.
Viva La Rasa is so smart for this. Taking advantage of the smaller member of the team there. Like you said earlier, Houston is definitely the one being thrown, not the one doing the throwing here.
And you can see just dropping the ash on Hendricks' face too. I mean, and there we go. See, at the beginning of the match, we saw, you know, Hendricks and Wentworth kind of isolating Ziggy in the corner. Now Rasta's got Hendricks trapped in there, but Hendricks able to get the boot up.
He fights his way out finally. He saw his moment, but oh no, Cortez put an end to that very quickly.
That is a brick wall that Hendricks is going to have to fight his way through if he wants to get to Wentworth.
Those devastating boots to his chest and his stomach there.
Cortez is so smart for this, right? Using that power advantage, that size advantage, he is twice the size.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
Muscling him up, throwing him into their corner, and absolutely stomping on him until he's dead. Couldn't be a smarter move from King Cortez here.
And Hendricks is just absolutely isolated there in that corner, reaching out to the cameraman, to anybody for help. And Wentworth takes an elbow from Ziggy for his trouble.
I think he just got pie faced by him. And yeah, I think that's only going to kind of aggravate him. But got to keep a cool head in a tag team match like this. You can see Viva La Rasa taking full advantage of it, continuing to trap Hendricks in the corner.
And if the ref ain't looking, anything's legal, baby. So they're throwing all the boots in there when the refs turned around.
But how can you sleep at night with such dishonor?
Like a baby. You sleep with like a baby with a championship belt around your waist. That's how you sleep at night.
We shall see, sir. We shall see.
Oh, and there you go again. A little bit of showmanship. I think they feel like they've got Hendricks right where they want him. But I got to tell you, man, you gotta keep an eye on that kid. He's one of the most explosive wrestlers we have here. You give him an inch, he'll quite literally take a mile and a half.
Even 10 miles if you let him go a little too far. Hendricks' resiliency is not one to be undermined, that is for sure.
No, absolutely. While King Cortez has the size advantage, absolutely. You can't underestimate the power of youth and pure energy. That kid could dive for that tag at any time here. And Cortez really needs to be careful to keep him in his corner, keep him isolated, and keep putting the pressure on him.
He ducks the line. Oh, but Cortez lifts him up. And he fights his way out, though. And an Enziguri rocks Cortez, sends him to the corner, and he's trying to get to Wentworth, but Ziggy says, no, you're mine.
Yeah, good awareness there from Cortez to stumble back to his corner, but looks to be fruitless. Here comes Wentworth.
That powerful push with both his legs. Wentworth giving one to Cortez for good measure. A couple of clotheslines to Ziggy. It goes up and over for a nice suplex there.
Beautiful, beautiful exploder there. Tosses him up and over. And Cortez on top to break the pin right at 2.
Coming in just in time for the sake of his partner. Both teams now in the ring. This is not a tornado tag, but we've lost control temporarily. Oh my gosh. A little bit of payback from the beginning there. Cortez using Wentworth as a weapon against his own tag team partner.
Just picks it up. Let's see what they got here. Hold on. Oh, roll through. And remember, these guys are the 2 legal men.
And that's it. That's the 3 count.
Your winners at a time of 8 minutes, Houston Hendricks and Maxwell Wentworth.
Well, I mean, while the match, the match did break down there, and Wentworth kind of capitalizing on the chaos. I think caught Viva La Rasa 2 word on taking Hendricks out and forgot that Wentworth's the man able to make the pin.
Some fighting between Viva La Rasa there in the back. You see Ziggy pushed off King Cortez.
Yeah.
They're both as shocked as I am right now. That was and just taking their frustrations out on the champions.
The match is over, but these men are not done dealing damage. That neck breaker tossing Hendricks outside, rolling onto that solid concrete.
Good, and honestly, I agree with the decision here.
Oh my goodness.
If the ref had done a good job maintaining this match like he was supposed to, that would have never happened. But this loss is a result of the failure of the ref, J.C. Garcia here. And they are taking their frustrations out on the tag team champions, bringing chairs in. And I am very excited to see what happens
Look,
next.
man, I understand everyone has a temperament, everyone has a breaking point, but if you would have told me, like, that these 2 were the ones to lose their cool, I mean, I'd be certainly remiss. This is very unlike them.
I would not have believed it either, Felix. This is a level of Viva La Rasa I've not seen before. Bringing those 2 steel chairs out into the ring. What are they thinking? Oh, Hendricks is still down.
Oh, hold on, they're targeting the arm there.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, it's a chair toe to the arm.
Oh, that's oh.
I mean,
sandwiching
that can break wrists, that can break arms, that.
That steel and bone sandwich, cracking over Wentworth's arm like that.
Yeah, and you can see we got the rest here checking out. We gotta see if we can get a couple extra eyes there on Wentworth. Make sure there's no broken wrist or hand from that.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be very worried if I were any of them. The entire team of referees out here having to check on them. Wentworth's still gripping that wrist. Meanwhile, Viva La Rasa taking their time to gloat with the belts that they didn't earn.
Well, I mean,
they were robbed of, I want to remind you. Viva La Rasa, by all rights, had that match locked, and a failure of the referee steals their belt away from them, and so they're reminding everyone what happens when you cross Viva La Rasa.
I'm not sure, Sergeant. It's fair game to distract the ref. Viva La Rasa took advantage of it many times, and then Houston and Wentworth managed to get the upper hand with the last distraction at the end, and it paid off for them. And well, Viva La Rasa aren't too happy about it, but doesn't seem to have deterred them in any way.
I mean, they're walking out pretty satisfied by my book, it looks like here. Proving to AAPW and our fans at home that they know exactly what happens when anyone crosses them.
That part I will agree with. They definitely are pretty proud of themselves after that display.
Yeah, well, I mean, while we do get things a bit cleaned up here, though, please, just a reminder, I think, from all of us here, make sure you follow AAPW on social media's official AAPW on all your favorite forms of browsing the social apps. Make sure you tune in every Saturday night, or most Saturdays throughout the night.
3 Saturdays a month, yeah.
For AAPW Heatwave, as you can see here. Announcer Chet Cassidy trying to find somebody to take these chairs here.
All right, folks. This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, and let's please give a big APW round of applause for the DP wing. Hailing from the best day of the week, it's the Weekend Wonder Child, Mia Friday!
And here we go. We got another AAPW debut here. Not necessarily a wrestling one like you would see from most of the people who come to, or first timers here at the Academy, but first time for Mia Friday here showing up in AAPW, and definitely one of the, I think, starting to become one of the most well-known women's wrestlers in the state of Texas.
Absolutely. She's been all over the state, worked in places like Reliance Pride. She is the drummer of a band you may have heard of known as the Gravettes. Taking a break from her musical duties to come here and show off for us just so we can see what she can do in a wrestling arena. I'm pretty excited for this one, Felix.
Absolutely, yeah. She's definitely one of the most talented women in the state, and still, I believe, just 15 or 16 years old as well, and with plenty of years under her belt as a wrestler.
Fantastic.
From Austin, Texas, the returning Lady Bird Monroe!
Have her work cut out for here tonight. I mean, she's got one of the APW fans' most favorite wrestlers in Lady Bird Monroe. Her first APW match back after an ACL injury from over half a year ago.
Oh my goodness, that ACL is one heck of a muscle to tear. It's torn down so many people and kept so many people down, but luckily Lady Bird was able to bounce back and get back into professional wrestling like it never happened. We are excited to see her back, and I'm excited to see her perform here tonight.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what she brings to the table. Of course, you know, there's always that age-old question everybody asks when you return from injury. Oh, I got to shake off the ring rust. You know, do you still have the cardio, the conditioning? Do you still have the ability to be as efficient as you were before the injury? And I feel like Lady Bird's trying to just shake all that off, disprove all that, and really try to give everything she's got towards Mia Friday, who I think is probably the perfect test for her to shake that supposed ring rust off.
Oh, absolutely, Felix. Mia Friday is definitely the right woman to take Lady Bird and put her through her paces. It's going to be an exciting matchup, that's for sure.
Here we go, lock up here. Oh, and immediately Mia Friday shakes her off, gives her a quick kick to the back of the leg, kind of letting her know you're going to have to come at me a bit harder than that.
Was that the repaired knee also, or was that?
Yeah, I think it was that left knee.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now Connor will right out of the gate.
And already that was a pretty close 2 count. Luckily, Mia was able to fight out just in time.
Yep. Lady Bird, you know, is a little bit trying to show that, you know, you do need to show a little bit of respect here. I can pull one out too.
Absolutely. Ring rust or not, Lady Bird does know what she's doing. The muscle memory, the ring knowledge, the awareness, it's all still there.
All right. And Sergeant, I mean, you see there, the classic defensive move there. She blocked that single leg takedown that Mia Friday was going for. And now they're just trading wrist locks here in the center of the ring.
That's right. The feeling out process is in full swing here. The mind game's a test of strength. Who's going to get the upper hand in this one? We'll go back into a... Mia Friday trying to grip at Lady Bird's hair, going for that knee again.
Mia Friday's so smart for this, right? Targeting that injured knee, targeting an area where she knows Lady Bird is at her weakest in order to capitalize and steal a quick win here. Couldn't be a smarter play by Mia Friday.
Oh, there we go. Counter for counter there. Lady Bird looking for that arm drag. Mia Friday rolls through with it, drags Lady Bird herself off the ropes, sends her down too.
Another arm drag, this time springboarding off those ropes there. Fantastic athletic display by Mia Friday.
Oh, here we go. Casadora by Lady Bird.
Ooh, a Casadora into an arm drag. Doing those splits once again. You'd never have any idea that knee was injured the way she's performing right now. And there we go. The drop toe hold.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, into a Rana.
Rolls through one. And again, I think, a little bit of one-upsmanship between the two so far, trying to show who can, go tit for tat in these kind of fast-paced affairs.
I think so. I think you're right, Felix. Oh, my goodness. Mia Friday gets out of the way just in time, sending Lady Bird into that corner. Oh, and the stomps to the knee
And
again.
there you go. Yeah, often, normally you see, okay, they go for the chest, they go for the gut, but Mia Friday knows exactly what she's aiming for.
Absolutely. She's found her target of choice and is dissecting it bit by bit.
Absolutely. And the crowd not respecting it here, but this is ingenious wrestling. Mia Friday targeting the weakest point, targeting that leg, targeting that knee specifically. And Lady Bird is feeling it so much quicker than she would feel a target of the arm or the chest or the head there.
Yeah. And I'm sure, this is probably uncharted territory for Mia Friday. Everywhere she goes, people love to see her. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter who you are on the other side of the ring. If you hit Lady Bird Monroe in the AAPW arena, you're going to get booed.
Very true. Mia Friday, a drummer, a musician, an athlete, fan favorite of Lions Pride. But here at AAPW, she does not have the home field advantage. And I'm sure, she's really reveling.
I think she's just kind of deciding to roll with it, fellas.
She's not getting herself any favors from the hometown here of Lady Bird for dancing around tauntingly in that cowboy hat, or cowgirl hat, I suppose I should say.
Really reveling in that psychological warfare against Lady Bird, mocking her with her own cowgirl hat.
What a beautiful athletic display from Lady Bird, though, bouncing over those ropes and pulling out the surprise pin there. Just a 2 count. But that's all right. Ooh, and a swinging neck breaker brings Mia Friday down.
And just a 2 count there. Yeah, Lady Bird able to create some space for herself for the time being. Kind of took Mia by surprise, but you see Mia immediately retreating to the ropes there, trying to create some space. But
hard shot with a forearm there.
Uh-oh, picks the leg.
Oh, driving that repaired knee into the mat like that.
And it's hard, though. You talk about knee injuries like what Lady Bird went through. You can tell yourself that you're at 100% once again, but from what I understand, it's never really fully 100 after that point.
Absolutely. And every time an athlete, as you well know, Felix, steps into that ring, they risk their health, their safety, their very lives getting into that ring. And Lady Bird Monroe knew what she was signing up for to this match with Mia Friday. She knew how much danger she was in with that repaired knee. And Mia Friday said, I will take full advantage of that injury. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And she's wailing on that knee now.
Yeah. Lady Bird at least able to get through the to the ropes, able to get Mia Friday back off of her and just coming at her straight with strikes. It's like, you know what? If I'm going to fight on one leg, I do have 2 arms that work pretty well to make up for it.
Absolutely. Trading shot for shot here between these 2 women. Oh, and she fights her way out of the kick.
And Enzi there, and you can see, she had to use that left leg to complete that Enzi, and I think it hurt her just as much as it did Mia.
I have to agree with you there, Felix. The wear and tear is starting to show itself on that repaired knee of hers. Both women fighting to the ropes, trying to recollect themselves and get up as Trevor Blue starts his count.
Mia slowly building up here. Really, shot for shot, she's taking way less damage than Bird has on that repaired knee of hers.
Oh, Sling Blade.
The Sweetheart Swing Blade?
Go for that Sweetheart Swing Blade there.
Power Slam 2. Feeling herself.
Oh, and the moonsault. I'm surprised that wasn't it.
Well, I mean,
that would have been it.
I mean, the Sergeant was alluding a bit towards the fact that, Lady Bird's taking a run of the damage at the beginning of this match. So while it was an impressive combination, it's going to take a bit more to put Mia Friday down.
Well, Mia sends her over. Oh, but Lady Bird fights back with an elbow. And now she's going up. She's going high.
Oh, this is super high risk
and
here.
The Lady Bird flies. Still, however, just a 2 count.
Yeah, right on point with that cross body, but Friday's still able to find her shoulder up off the mat.
And from this point on, every move that Lady Bird makes is going to take a toll on her knee. Lifting up Mia Friday like that, the extra weight on that knee, she's going to feel as she goes to this match.
Oh, yep, and just chop blocks that leg out from underneath her.
Mia focusing on that repaired knee there. Just absolutely devastating it with every opportunity she gets.
Oh, picks her up. Michinoku driver, center of the ring.
And another very close 2 count. Mia in absolute shock.
You see Mia, having a bit of words here.
Yeah, she's arguing with the referee, but Trevor Blue knows his count. He knows how to count.
Mia really showing her age and her inexperience here. Instead of capitalizing and attacking Lady Bird, arguing with the ref, and giving Bird that time to recover so she can capitalize.
Yeah, I think just made her mad too, returning a couple pie faces of her own.
Taunting in the corner. The ropes. And a little bit of vice versa. And another, and a super kick brings Mia down.
Yep, stuns her here. Got her set up.
Oh, and a springboard arm drag. And she makes the cover. And that's it. That's 3.
And your winner at a time of 8 minutes, Lady Bird Monroe.
Yeah, and there you go, right at there, just capitalized. Fell through it after that kind of misdirection there into the super kick, and that springboard stunner kind of came through and clutch and got her the win. So it's always feel good to come back first match and come away with a W.
Absolutely. What an amazing comeback victory for Lady Bird Monroe here. Mia Friday definitely showing her stuff, but Lady Bird just too much experience on her side, was able to pull a victory out on this one.
It's hard, they say the hardest fought victories are the ones where you're coming in as the away, right, the visiting team, and Mia Friday very much so was the visiting team tonight. It's hard to get a victory up on Lady Bird in her own house.
Oh, absolutely. You're too right, Felix.
No, I was very impressed by Mia Friday's game plan. She came in strong. She had an idea what she wanted to do. But at the end of the day, one of the most impressive athletes to ever step foot in an AAPW ring.
And his opponent.
If he wants to make fun of kids, let him. If he wants to tell a kid off, let him. If he wants to punch that referee, let him, right? He has earned it. He deserves it. He is a monster.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you stop him,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think a few of those would get him disqualified pretty quickly, though, Sergeant. I'm not sure he wants to do half of those things.
You can do whatever you want before the bell rings.
Well, I mean, he's got quite a very big, he's got a very big test as Aaron Knox have tonight, in former America's champion, longest reigning America's champion, may I remind you, Caleb Jean-Cartier, CJC here tonight. These two have crossed paths a couple times before, but CJC kind of the one more victorious, I think, in their encounters, if my count is correct in my head.
That is absolutely correct, Felix. I believe this is the 3rd time Aaron Knox and CJC have gone to battle with one another. And I also do believe that CJC has a few more victories on Aaron Atlas than Atlas does on CJC.
Aaron Knox, I think don't let it, hopefully Knox will watch back the tape, realize you called him by his old name. He said that Atlas boy was a chump, He said, I'm going by the name that God gave me, and that's Aaron Knox.
That's right. A new man and a new attitude along with it.
I'm just looking out for your well-being.
I appreciate that, Felix. I didn't realize I slipped up there for a second.
He's real sensitive about things like that.
If there's one person you don't want to be on the wrong side of, it's Aaron Knox.
I'm gonna go buy him a Red Bull later. Hopefully that'll make up for it. Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully he won't kill me, but we'll see, I guess.
I think
My
he'll
thoughts
be
and prayers
fine.
are to you and your family.
Yeah,
if I'm not here on the 27th, you tell my family
just
I
don't
died
look.
doing
Just
what I
don't
love.
make direct eye contact. He'll be fine.
But if there's one person who can survive being on the wrong side of Aaron Knox, is the Canadian trapper, Caleb Jean-Cartier. And if there's anyone who knows just how dangerous CJC can be in a ring, it's me. I have been put near to death more times than I can count against this guy. He is as dangerous as they come, and all it takes is one wrong move, and bam, you're in a pinfall. Bam, you're in a guillotine choke. Bam, you're in, God forbid, you're in the dungeon lock. There are so many dangerous maneuvers that Caleb Jean-Cartier can put you in. And boy, are you doomed as soon as he locks one in.
That's right. They call him the Canadian Trapper for a reason. The human embodiment of a bear trap, just clamping down on you whenever he gets one of those submissions locked in.
And there you go. Just immediately, he's able to use that waist lock to get the larger Knox to the ground, and just immediately on top of him with that front chin lock.
Absolutely chopping down.
Oh,
the
look at that! Straight into a rear naked right from the gate here. Cartier trying to end this quickly.
Oh my goodness, you're right. He's going for it pretty quick, but Aaron Atlas using that strength advantage to fight his way out. And now they're back on their feet. This is definitely not the position CJC wants to be in this bout.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think on smaller opponents that definitely would have put them in quite a bit of peril, but hasn't worn down, I think, Knox quite yet to really cinch that in.
Oh, you're so right on that.
Oh, and nice. Good use there. Trapping. Look at it. He's using his leg here to trap the arm and able to get more pressure on the chin to make it harder for Knox to get those legs around him to try and break that hold.
But now Knox is the one that's got him in the head scissors.
Not for very long, though. CJC maneuvering. There aren't a lot of guys in this company that I would say are genuinely my equal or possibly even my superior when it comes to amateur wrestling and grappling. But Caleb Jean-Cartier is certainly one of them, and he is showing off against Aaron Knox right now.
I'm very surprised to hear you compliment a foreigner like that, Sergeant Anderson.
Now, he has beaten me left, right, and sideways. And I have some wins over him as well, but I respect the hell out of Caleb Jean-Cartier. And I am worried for Aaron Knox now. Aaron Knox is a tough guy and as strong as they come. But all it takes is 3 seconds to beat a man in a professional wrestling ring. And Caleb Jean-Cartier can do a lot in 3 seconds.
Absolutely. You can train the muscles as much as you want, but the joints and the ligaments don't typically get too much stronger. And that's exactly what I think CJC is going to try and target there, but those muscles used to great effect as he's floored by a shoulder check from Knox.
That strength advantage coming to play once again, knocking CJC to the mat. Ooh.
Whoa, my goodness. He got all of that one.
He did. He took him over. Amazing display of strength of CJC on his own. Oh, my goodness, and that chop with the extra momentum as he ran at him.
Letting him, and just right into a dragon screw there.
The dragon screw sends Aaron to the mat. Now Knox is on the outside.
So smart of Aaron Knox to roll out after that. That's a painful dragon screw maneuver. Very smart. Cut off that momentum. Don't let CJC capitalize. Roll to the outside and avoid getting punished for that.
Oh, watch out. Oh, he blocks the punt kick there and just picks him off the apron and, right into the steel post.
Into that pure corner there. That is a 90-degree angle. That's like a sharp edge stabbing into your back and then thrown onto the apron. I don't know if you guys have been told this, but that is the hardest part of the ring.
Once or twice.
I have felt that more times than I can count. That is a very painful thing to be thrown on. And to be honest with you, Aaron, very smart for just tossing CJC onto that. Make this a competition of strength. That's Aaron's best chance of capitalizing. And he's doing that right now. And honestly, at the end of the day, a win by countout is still a win. Aaron Knox knows that, rolls back in the ring, and is trying to let CJC get counted out to capitalize on that W. But CJC not having it, getting back in the ring.
But every second that Aaron Knox waits is another second for CJC to recollect himself, to get the second win that he needs to get the one up on Aaron Knox.
Oh, and speaking of wind there, all the wind cut out of his throat there by Aaron Knox. Very intelligent. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him recover. Just keep pounding on him the second he gets back in the ring.
That ferocious rope choke. You hate to see it, but it is a advantageous maneuver when you're the one in control of the match.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Hard chop to the chest.
I think Knox was trying to go blow for blow there in the chops there from CJC. CJ said, no, it's still my turn.
He caught the crossbody, though. And the fall-away slam. Oh, my goodness. And Knox is on his feet, but that knee.
Yeah, I think he hyped himself a little bit too up after that big power move. Had it in him to kip up and forgot that he got dragon screwed a little bit ago.
Aaron Knox showing off, and he's really punishing himself for it. And that mistake might cost him this match here. Any extra damage to the knee is only going to hurt him more. And at the end of the day, again, just that one lock is all CJC needs to end a match, to take out a career. And there is nobody more dangerous when it comes to submissions in all of AAPW than Caleb Jean-Cartier.
Oh my goodness, and he just bealed him across the ring, and I mean, CJC's a grown man, you know. He's about 6 foot tall, around 190 pounds. So for Aaron Atlas to just get that much vertical, throwing him across the ring is actually insane.
Just threw him like a kid skipping stones across a pond. Just tossed him from one.
No, Aaron Knox has objectively the size and power advantage, and he is very smart to make that the name of the game here. Who is stronger? Who can inflict more pain on the other?
Absolutely.
And if Aaron Knox stays to that, I think he has a great shot at winning this match.
Well, absolutely. You know, if you can force, if you're so proficient at it, you can force your opponent to play your own game. I mean, that's just an easy W, an easy night. But again, CDC trying to find some sort of momentum here, but Knox again just flooring him with that clothesline.
He does have an opening with that injured knee of Knox, though. But can he get up and take advantage? Knox knows that if CJC notices that he's kind of grabbing at that knee, he's going to take that advantage. But he's just doing what he can to stay on top for as long as possible now. Let's see if CJC can get that opening he needs, though. All he needs is a second.
Absolutely. 1 second, and he's locked into submission, and that could be the end of the match right there. And Aaron's smart. Keep him in the corner. Keep him where he's always at the distance of grabbing the ropes. If he locks into submission, all he has to do is grab, and he's safe. Very smart to keep him right here. Very intelligent by Aaron Knox.
Trapping the Canadian Trapper in a trap of his own. That corner being used, those turnbuckles in that corner being used as a weapon. Oh, and there it is, the hanging guillotine.
And absolutely, the second he left the corner, punished for it by CJC. CJC, a master of ring awareness, a master of submissions, and really proving it. Oh, but the strength advantage. Aaron Knox proving that he has it.
Turning that guillotine into a suplex, and he goes for the cover. It's still just a 2, however.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that's just the battle that I think these two men are constantly gonna have to face throughout this match. CJC has a counter, but and he gets the counter locked in, but then Knox just uses his raw strength to get out of it. So it's like, how much more does CJC have to beat Aaron Knox down in order to actually get what he wants?
And I know probably better than anybody here just how much it takes to beat CJC, and it is a lot. This man is tough as they come, hard as nails, and he does not give up easy. Aaron Knox has a fight cut out for him yet. I do not think this is anywhere near over.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we alluded earlier in the match, part of CJC's historic 270-day reign as America's heavyweight champion included a few successful defenses against Knox. So, CJC knows what he has to do to get the W, but I mean, we've said they've traded wins before, so is tonight the night where he can execute that plan and get the W?
Perhaps, Felix, he's going at CJC is going after that injured knee of Knox, and Knox is using the ropes or leverage to kind of stand up on it to put as little pressure on it as possible. Ooh, and he just kind of slapped him with that one.
Yeah, I think checked the shoulder into him too. Yeah, just went for the back of the leg. I basically tried to dead leg him there to bring him down to one knee, and still looking, I think, probably trying to set it for a greetings from Toronto, but that's a big man.
There's a big man with a lot of muscle.
Oh, just not even, I mean, that was just straight muscle there just to get him out of that situation.
I think CJC lost himself for a moment. I think he forgot. He went back to his old habits of the greetings from Toronto, but I don't think that's going to work on a man like Aaron Knox here. Aaron Knox, too big, too strong. I think that CJC's best bet here is to keep proving why they call him the Canadian Trapper and to just lay on those quick, those explosive submissions, that intense attack against the leg, and to prove why he's the best submission artist in AAPW.
Now Aaron Knox going for a combination of pins here. Just trying to wear CJC down with every little bit that he can. That hard drop kick to the bat, throwing those powerful legs into CJC's back and putting pressure on that knee, though. We see whether or not that'll come back to bite him or not.
I mean, knee injuries are dangerous, and they're very scary. And every shot to the knee just makes that more serious. And CJC wailing on that knee again. I think this is a very dangerous position for Aaron Knox to be in. And any one of those shots could end an entire career.
Yeah.
So Aaron Knox has really got to fight out of the
I'm
freezing
surprised
trouble.
he's still standing after that, honestly. I think even 1 or 2 of those would have buckled most men.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to imagine, like, Aaron Knox knows this kind of stuff about knee injuries. He's got to be thinking, like, how much more can I take before this is going to affect me forever?
Kick to the face. Oh.
Oh, and look at that. Just straight into a knee bar. Just pulling in there. Almost a... Yeah, there he goes, trying to hook around the ankle, too. Yeah, just straight pulling. That's pulling on every single piece of the left leg of Knox there.
Destroying that groin and that knee. I've been in that submission before, and it is painful. I promise you that.
He's relatively close to the ropes, but can he fight his way over there in time? And he does. He makes the rope break. CJC holds on to it just for a little bit, though, still giving a clean break.
That damage might be enough on its own, even with the rope break. Can Aaron Knox get up? I don't know if he can or not. A painful move like that's a lot to get up from.
I don't think most men would be able to get up from that, Sergeant, but Aaron Knox is not most men. He is back on his feet, but he's still gripping that knee.
Oh, and again, those drive-by chops, some of the hardest I've ever seen, bar none. Forget just AAPW. I mean, that CJC's got a Louisville Slugger for a right arm.
Just the sound alone of flesh echoing across the arena, it's enough to make a man's back cringe.
Watch out here. Oh, had it scouted.
A classic CJC maneuver countered by Aaron Knox. Aaron Knox.
Oh, just straight. Yeah, chops him right at the kneecap. Oh, no.
Into a spine buster.
Oh, rolls him through. Oh, Knox is not done with him yet.
Not yet. He could have gone for a cover, but he still wants to deal more damage.
Oh, big old doctor bomb.
Oh, my goodness. 2.9 if there ever was one, guys. I don't know how he was able to power out of that one.
Aaron Knox sitting there, hand on his face in disbelief. I mean, I don't know what else Aaron could do. I don't know what I could do there. That was a very impressive showing, especially with one bum leg. Aaron, I don't know if I was Aaron what I would do to finish CJC off now. Aaron's going to have to get creative.
Yeah, he's measuring him up here. Could be thinking spear.
No, the drop kick to the knee puts an end to that.
Traps him through here. Throws him through. Oh, traps it. Bridges up.
And there it is. The Canadian Trapper got it locked.
3 seconds is all it takes, and CJC just proved his 3 seconds is all he needs to win any wrestling match against the greatest opponents AEW has to offer in Aaron Knox.
Aaron Knox flabbergasted, having to ask the ref if that really was 3.
Yeah, I mean, that was smart. You know, I think kicked the knee out of this V-start, trapped those arms, was looking to lock a submission, and so I think Knox, I think, just instinctively tried to kick out, you know, get out of dodge there. CJC had him right where he wanted him, using those legs, and I'm telling you, I think not having all that 100% leg strength there, I think, was the difference between a 2 and a 3.
No, absolutely. One of the known counters to that submission is to kick out, roll back, get your opponent in a pin there.
Right.
But CJC knew that was coming, countered his opponent's counter, and stuck his opponent there for the 1, 2, 3. CJC proving why he is the technical master of AAPW.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's just proof, right? You go, Knox was going power move, and then at the end, I think when he realized that Doctor Bomb didn't put him away, decided to slip back in just for a moment to try and go hold for hold with the Canadian Trapper, and it didn't work. And I mean, that's just opportunitization, if it is such a word. I'll have to check the Scrabble dictionary, but took advantage of it, and CJC is the winner.
Wrestling fans, our following contest is for the AAPW America's Championship. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the last real manager, hailing from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 245 pounds, Christopher Black!
Well, here we go. Definitely, I would say the most interesting match on our card tonight, gentlemen. You may notice here, as Christopher Black comes out alongside his manager, I mean, you guys saw the posters on the social medias. Beneath that gaudy $100 bill jacket is, I think, probably our worst fears.
A referee shirt on Benjamin Greenback. I have never heard a more contradictory statement in my life, but here we are. This is real life.
Now, Christopher Black has set himself up 99 to 1 odds here, right? What smarter move could you do than get a referee that's just literally paying you to win wrestling matches, right? How could you be better set up?
Well, I mean,
literally the referee has you in their pocket, right?
all right, I would say
it on now?
that just speaks
By
to.
the way, this is a non-title match. That's what it says on the flyers, idiot.
Could have rolled with it. And introducing next, the champion, AAPW's America's champion, weighing in at 180 pounds, hailing from Austin, Texas, the Law, Lawrence Patello.
Now, real quick, Greenback proving that you would rather be right than get his client a title shot. I just want to point that out to any one of the fans here. It was a title match. Now seems to no longer be a title match because Greenback decided that it would be better to be right than
Look, from my understanding, Benjamin Greenback's not good at many things. But one thing he is very good at is drawing up a very lucrative and very to-the-bone contract. And I believe in the contract states it is a non-title match. However, Benjamin Greenback, as you can see in that green and black instead of the normal, I guess a zebra with indigestion. He knows that if it is advertised and announced as a title match, that it is indeed Greenback. If Christopher Black were to win, it would render his title victory null and void. So I think in his attempt to be right in every possible turn, Benjamin Greenback had to make that correction for us.
No, you're right. I have never met a man as rich as Benjamin Greenback in my entire life. So if he said that, there must be a financial reason to do so.
No.
So I recant my statement. Benjamin Greenback, please do not sue me. I do not have that much money. The Army does not pay that well. Please.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
Oh, and Lord's going for it here. Showing that Marine aggression. I love to see it.
Oh, but giving it right back to him is Christopher Black. Yeah, I see Benjamin Greenback finally calling for the bell there. And again, absolutely, yeah. This is this is going to be such an uphill battle for Patello. He's got a referee who, like you said, literally pays his opponent to win wrestling matches in a fortune built off of his family's heirlooms and monkey NFTs. It's an incredible sight here. And I mean, look, Christopher Black, I think is just going to have his way with Lawrence Patello.
Now, I think Christopher Black is very intelligent for setting the match up this way. But if there's one thing you could never doubt, it is the strength and determination of United States Marine in Lawrence Patello. And I think he is in a very dangerous situation to pick a rival in Lawrence here. And I sure do hope that all this planning, all this stuff pays off for Christopher Black here.
Absolutely. I mean, Lawrence Patello is a braver man than me. I've been in the ring with Christopher Black multiple times. And let me tell you, I'll be the first to admit it. I beat Christopher Black solely off of opportunity. I didn't run straight at him and try to fight him blow for blow because, I mean, why would you? The man's basically 6.5 feet tall, 270 pounds. Like, I'm not going to win a wrestling match going toe to toe with a man like that. But you see, Patello absolutely still not one to flinch and alter his strategy no matter who he faces in the ring, and I got to give him that at least.
No, I have a lot of respect for Lawrence Patello. Marine, athlete, very respectable man. One of the few men that, despite refusing to do whatever it takes to win a wrestling match, that I genuinely respect.
Look out here. Oh, well, there you go.
And that long-term plan of Christopher Black to get the rev in his pocket really paying off there. Saving himself from a suicida.
And he's got to watch how he puts his hand on Benjamin Greenback, too. He could technically disqualify him if he really gets under its skin here.
One of the quickest 10 counts I've ever seen got started there, but quickly both competitors found their way back inside the ring.
I mean, like J.K. Simmons once said, not my tempo. And Greenback, as you see, already at a 4 count.
99 to 1 odds was. I don't think there's ever been a truer statement about a wrestling match I've ever had the pleasure to call like this one. But my goodness, like what can Lawrence do to pull out the victory here? Because honestly, I don't see him winning at all.
Now, despite the odds, despite the danger, despite everything that is against Lawrence Patello, there is one thing that you could never discount, and that is the determination of United States Marine.
Benjamin Greenback, I believe, lost his contact in the middle of the ring, and opts to just put it back in there instead of cleaning it off. I wonder if he knows how many men have sweated on that ring tonight.
Greenback wears contacts? I wasn't aware of that.
You're both asking questions you do not want to know the answer to be honest with you.
You know, you're right. You're right about that, Sarge.
Oh, no. Big choke bomb.
And another quick count, but Lawrence somehow was able to get out just in time. My goodness.
Well, very reminiscent of the way I lost my APW heavyweight title was a choke bomb and a fast count. So I think Patello, I was able to talk to him a bit before the match. I said, look, man, these guys will pull every trick in the book on you. You just got to be ready. And thankfully, I think for our sakes, he was.
You are absolutely right, Felix. And I know Lawrence knew that he was going to get every dirty trick in the book played on him. But the question is does he have a way to counter every single move that they could pull out on him?
Now, there's a lot to be said about heart and determination, right? And Lawrence has that in spades. No one's arguing it. But Christopher Black and Benjamin Greenback here, right, have everything going for them. They literally have the ref on their team here. I don't see how you could possibly lose. Benjamin Greenback doesn't even need to count if Lawrence goes for a pinfall. Doesn't count if Christopher Greenback walks out of the ring. I don't know how he could possibly lose this match.
You are so right, Sergeant Anderson. Just how do you win a game where the only rule is you can't win?
Oh, and now Greenback complaining that the ring is dirty and he doesn't want to count on the mat, even though he just put that contact back in his corneas.
This man's standards for cleanliness change almost as much of his morals do.
Now, Greenback only has one moral, and that is to win. I can respect that. I understand more than anybody what you're willing to give up to win a wrestling match. To get in that ring and to get your hand raised is the greatest feeling in the world. And Christopher Black and Benjamin Greenback willing to do whatever it takes to get that. And I can get behind it.
And there you see a choke by Christopher Black. Greenback opting to chat with somebody in the crowd.
And the slow dissection of the law as the fast counts start once again. He still powers his way out of them just in time.
5 minutes.
5 minutes of absolute torture to the law right here as he drives that knee into his upper back. We'll go off the ropes. Lawrence fighting his way out. And those hard shots. The cold, unbiased fists of the law.
Oh, beautiful. Brings him over the shoulder into a face buster, and you see cleaning back into the ring. And again, these counts still don't seem to be doing their job.
They seem to be getting quicker just a little bit every single time. And Lawrence just reaching out. He's got a 1,000-yard stare, it looks like, as he's just trying to find any moment he can to just get out of this. Those devastating elbows to the head.
And Lawrence getting absolutely wailed on here, but I really want to just highlight the intense determination that is in his soul. A former Marine, a veteran, a warrior, one of the few men that I genuinely respect in AAPW. And I really think that even despite that 1,000-yard stare, it's to take a lot more than that to break the law, Lawrence Patello.
I will absolutely agree with you, Sergeant Anderson, but at the same time, just the deck is so heavily stacked against him. There's got to be a light at the end of the tunnel somehow, somewhere. But how is Lawrence going to be able to get to it?
Now, I feel like Greenback would be a little bit remiss to something like this. I think this is probably copyright infringement. Wouldn't you think?
You care to elaborate on which parts of this is copyright?
Just the hand motions followed by the specific kick-based offense. You know, feel like there might be some multi-billion-dollar conglomerates that would have an issue with that. Speaking of copyright infringement, figure 4 leg lock in the center of the ring now.
I'm pretty sure Greenback has the money to buy the licensing to all that, so I don't think he's
fair.
really too worried about it. But perhaps.
I'm sure he can settle in small claims court. He'll do it right. Nope. This mean figure 4. Lawrence also has a figure 4 that he calls the apprehension. Really taking the apprehension from Lawrence and really laying it into him, showing him that any move you can do, I can do better.
Dead center of the ring. You got to wonder if he makes it to the ropes, is Greenback even going to call a rope break, or is he just going to let it happen?
Yeah, I mean that's something that Patello's gonna have to actually make it to the ropes first.
Christopher Black taking a second to gloat, and it cost him there. And yet again, another hard slap to the side of the face.
Yeah, I mean, look, Patello's known for his heavy hands, and that was enough to at least break the hold here. But I mean, he was in that figure four for a while. It's definitely did quite a number on those legs.
You're absolutely right. The way it was stretching those legs of Lawrence's, you know, it's got to have some effect, some amount of damage done to him. Oh my goodness, and he still brings Christopher Black down. 1, 2, and there we go. The combination punches to Christopher Black's head.
And you see, Greenback seems to be real big on those closed fist punches there for Patello. Maybe not so much for his client, but oh, big knee strike here.
The psycho knee once again, and both men are down.
And Lawrence is running on fumes at this point. He's really just capitalizing on that training, the instincts that he has as an athlete and a warrior and a veteran, really just dragging himself to that to his opponent there, and even almost unconsciously just going for that victory. But Benjamin Greenback reminding him that, hey man, 99-1, these odds are not in your favor, and I'm not in any hurry to count this 3.
Lawrence's first pinfall attempt of the match, I believe, and Greenback counted so slowly that probably would have been a 5 count in any legitimate contest, but this one's a little different, as I know both you gentlemen already can tell.
Hey, this is a expert move as a manager of Benjamin Greenback. Really stack the deck in your client's favor. They pay you to make them successful, and he is making Christopher Black successful right now, right? Ordinarily, this match could have been over 2-3 times maybe by now, but Benjamin Greenback really locking it in, guaranteed my client is taking home the W tonight.
It is dastardly genius in its nefarious ways. You are correct, though. It is a smart move as the manager of Christopher Black. And I'm not sure. And oh my goodness!
Yeah, got a spine buster there. Isn't able to go sky high like he normally is with the man the size of Christopher Black, but he's able to get him up and down, and Greenback is seen.
10 minutes.
He's not even counting. The audience is not pleased with this whatsoever.
And it's paying dividends now. This is what happens when you get a good manager on your side. I need me a manager like Benjamin Greenback. Oh my goodness, what I wouldn't give to be able to get a 15 count in a wrestling ring. Oh man.
You might ask him, maybe Greenback Enterprises is hiring.
I'll have to keep my eyes out for that next wanted or that next ad on Indeed.com.
Yeah, you got your LinkedIn set up, Sergeant? Oh, hold on, wait a second. Oh, and a chair being brought in by Christopher Black right into the gut, and call me remiss, but I don't think Benjamin Greenback's going to disqualify Christopher Black for using a chair.
I have every reason to believe that you are correct in that, Felix. He's even setting Lawrence up for another one. The referee getting involved. Oh my gosh! And he takes a chair to the gut. That's steel on flesh, right to the. Oh my gosh! Right to the torso.
Oh, and off the ropes and off the head of Christopher Black there.
The rebound sent the chair into the man's face.
Oh, hold on. Oh, and there we go. A lawbreaker onto the chair.
The lawbreaker onto that steel chair. That's it, but there's no referee. 1, 2. Does that count? And it does.
All right. Well, I guess Greenback's hand did count the 3.
I don't think that counts. I want to check the rule book here, but I am almost confident that you cannot take a referee's hand and just demand a 3 count from a referee.
You seem to have a lot of qualms with our officiating tonight, Sergeant.
I don't know, Sergeant. The man in the lime green referee shirt he had his hand down for 1, 2, 3.
The green M&M counted to 3.
The green M&M counted to 3.
If that is a legal maneuver to just slap a referee's hand down 3 times like that, I want you to know that I will be cashing in that technique several times in the coming weeks here. But I want you to know that I am disgusted by the behavior of Lawrence Patello tonight. To abuse an unconscious referee like that is a disgrace not only to professional wrestling, but to the honor of the United States Marine Corps. And I am sure that there are plenty of Marines tonight who are both embarrassed and ashamed of Lawrence Patello.
Well, what happened to all the respect you had from him maybe 5 minutes ago?
That was before that embarrassing display of behavior by Lawrence Patello tonight. I couldn't be more embarrassed. On behalf of everyone employed by the Department of Defense, both now and throughout all time.
Well, I wouldn't call it a successful retention since Greenback made it a point that the title was not on the line. However, but Patello able to escape with a victory here, and man, another Greenback scheme gone up in flames.
And it is a non-title victory, but a victory is a victory, and when the odds are against you, 99,000 to 1, and you still pull out the win, that's a pretty big check mark in Lawrence Patello's resume there now.
Wrestling fans, are you ready for some wall-to-wall, pillar-to-pillar violence? Good, because it's time for our main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is a no disqualification battle for the AAPW Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Hailing from San Antonio, Texas. Weighing in at 200 pounds. El Rayo!
Well, here we go. Main event time. You see El Rayo coming out here for this here. And I want to tell you, gentlemen, you're going to have to fill me in because I'm a bit out of the loop. I'm not going to lie. This big yellow APW Wrestling Championship that Zeke Rose now carries around and unification of the former APW heavyweight title and the APW social media title, if my research is incorrect.
Yes, sir, Felix, you are absolutely correct on that. After Zeke Rose won the title off Leroy Brown just a few weeks ago, it was unified into the AAPW Wrestling Championship, and now El Rayo and Zeke have been going back and forth. This is their third contest together. The first one, a non-title match. The second one, a title match in which Zeke was able to retain, but El Rayo cashing in that championship title match rematch clause almost immediately in this heated, absolutely warlike feud these two have been having the last 3 weeks.
Well, absolutely, you know.
AAPW Wrestling Champion. Weighing in at 275 pounds of hurt and pain. Hailing from Venice Beach, California. The Venice Beast, Zeke Rose!
I mean, absolutely. And don't get it fooled by the gear that El Rayo has on. You know, while he is rocking the Rhodes garb and the Rhodes gear, I mean, this man's one of the originals here at AAPW. You know, one member of the very successful Lucha Legion Foundation, I believe. One of the first ever Grand Slam champions in AAPW history as well. But I mean, as you've said in the weeks prior, he's yet to really encounter somebody like Zeke Rose as he makes his way to the ring, the first and inaugural AAPW Wrestling Champion.
Now, Felix, I want to make it very clear. El Rayo was a Grand Slam champion and was one of the greatest wrestlers ever to set foot in the AAPW arena. But he went big time. He went.
Oh, my God. Speaking of big time.
Get him, Zeke.
Oh, wait. I think.
Oh, did he counter that?
Oh. And look at that. With that, I think he had snuck is that a trash can lid or something like that?
Some kind of apparatus hidden within his shirt.
Body armor in there. I can get behind that a little bit, El Rayo. But that doesn't change my opinion on El Rayo. El Rayo went big time. He went to the Rhodes Academy, a graduate of the Rhodes Academy, and then he went to AEW. He went to the big time, left the indie scene alone, and then he abandoned AAPW, and Zeke Rose took up. He became the champion, right? And then Zeke Rose I apologize, and then El Rayo comes back. El Rayo decides, no, I want to be the champion again. I deserve this belt. And you know what he's been doing? for APW? Nothing. He hasn't wrestled on this card. He hasn't earned those title shots. He came back, he talked his smack, and he demanded a title shot from a guy who's been working his butt off for this company in Zeke Rose, and it is embarrassing. If anything, he should be at the bottom of this card, opening our shows, and letting guys like Michael Arrow, Kane Carter, and Danny O'Ryan wrestle Zeke Rose for these titles.
Well, I mean, this is a no disqualification bout, as you can see right from the get-go. A crutch used by Zeke Rose to dome the top of El Rayo there. That mask, unfortunately, doesn't pad against very much.
Good, get him, Zeke.
We're about to see an absolute war between these two gentlemen. Absolutely get eviscerated before the end of this one. Oh my gosh. Some of us probably want to see one other person get absolutely destroyed before this is over, but I just hope these guys don't kill each other for real.
Oh, brings him up and around. A beautiful spinning back suplex there. I mean, great advantage of the momentum generated off the ropes, and you know, you sprinkle a little bit of Zeke Rose's power on top, and that's going to absolutely shake El Rayo there, as he has to roll out to even get his feet underneath him.
Well, they're both waddling around here, and I, for one, just to your comment, hope that Zeke Rose does destroy El Rayo. I hope that El Rayo remembers what it's like to be on the indie scene, what it's like to be in AAPW, and if he goes back to his big-time promotions, his big-time contracts, with his Rhodes Academy tights on.
Oh, hold on. Swinging through there, I think brought that skull that he, I think we've seen Zeke Rose employ back in his more voodoo days, pulling it out there just just to crack El Rayo over the head there.
A bit of callback to Zeke Rose's first few entries into professional wrestling when he was still Brutta Zeke. Last week when El Rayo gave his interview, Zeke Rose interrupted as El Rayo was talking about having coached Zeke Rose through the lowest point in his career during his training, and during the moments when he was thinking about giving up, El Rayo was there to put him back up, and now Zeke is absolutely disrespecting El Rayo.
Yeah, and just like that, amidst the chaos, senior referee JC Garcia has gone down.
You're right, reminiscing about the past, we missed that opportunity, but yes, JC Garcia is down. It's already a no disqualification match, but now we don't have an official out here. How much worse can it get?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think in these no DQ matches, the referee's job is really just to count the three. But if there's no one to count said three, I mean, finding an end to this match is going to be harder than we thought. But as you see here, I got another referee coming out now.
And good. I, for one, hope this match lasts a while, and that Zeke can get some offense here on El Rayo and remind El Rayo what it's like to be in an AAPW ring.
Rayo trying to fight back against Zeke, though. That the sheer power of the Venice Beast, however, proven to be a little too much at the moment, but oh my gosh, and he drags him down with that vicious lariat.
Yeah, absolutely. Really only caught the forearm of that lariat then, but I mean, Zeke Rose's forearms are just as big as any regular man's biceps, so that's as good of a clothesline as any.
Getting hit with any part of Zeke Rose's body probably has to feel like getting a cement slab dragged across your flesh. As that guillotine leg drop absolutely destroys Rayo's neck. And a 2 count, though. Somehow, some way, the other half of Lucha Legion able to kick out of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, like El Rayo, like we said, we alluded to Grand Slam champion. You know, I believe the first, if my lineage is right, first ever America's heavyweight champion as well. So to have all that come through, I mean, like I said, whether Sargent thinks he's cut his way to the top or not, there's still a lot of acumen behind El Rayo, a lot of experience that he brings over Zeke Rose that I think he's going to try and use to his advantage here.
And I won't deny, neither will anybody else, that El Rayo was one of the most veteran men to step foot in the ring tonight or any night in AAPW. But that doesn't change the fact that he abandoned AAPW and that Zeke Rose is our champion. That Zeke Rose has earned the AAPW Wrestling Championship, and that El Rayo lost last week and has no business even being in the ring tonight against Zeke Rose, and Zeke Rose is going to prove it here in this no disqualification match.
El Rayo, though, has had kind of a problem with how Zeke Rose has carried himself as his champion. Not through his athletic display, but just sort of how he's been so disrespectful to the locker room, to the fans, to Papa Don himself. How he hasn't really carried himself proper as a champion, and that's why El Rayo has been challenging for this belt. Just trying to prove to Zeke Rose, trying to smack some humility into him.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure he knows this. Oh, no! Oh, well, just as I was about to get into it here, we got a bit of misdirection here, and we've lost another referee. I mean, look, it's a give and take in this business, gentlemen. Just a couple hours ago, they were 24/7 champions, and now they're getting knocked out by Zeke Rose.
And that crutch just bending like a paper straw, just bending over the back of Zeke. Oh my gosh. But yes, you're so right, Felix. Now we're down 2 officials. One on the outside, the other still down from that shot, and Chase Burdick hesitantly making his way outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's seen what's happened to the first 2. I don't think he, I think he's worried. You know, worst thing comes in threes, you know?
I would be worried if I were Chase too. After seeing what's happened to my 2 other colleagues like that, I'd be fearing for my life at that moment. Zeke Rose powering out with that huge kick out.
And that's just ridiculous. For him to even go for a cover there is embarrassing. If he thinks he can beat Zeke Rose after so quickly, he's got nothing coming. Not even a 1 count there, and he doesn't deserve a 1 count. I don't know what El Rayo is even thinking there, going for a cover.
Well, he's been able to keep the keep the big man grounded for a little bit, and oh no, he's found something else.
Is that a kendo stick?
I believe so. A Singapore cane too, depending on what area of the country you're from.
He's just standing there menacingly as he rakes that stick over the back of Zeke.
Look, I mean, that's a very hard target to miss. So, I mean, he gets all of that with every swing.
He does. Full strike right to the center of the back. Oh, but Zeke fights his way out. Now he's in the driver's seat.
And Zeke Rose proven here that 2 can play at that game when it comes to the weapons. Really destroying El Rayo, saying, you want to bring this weapon into this ring? Well, I'm going to show you how you can really use it. And I, for one, am very excited to watch the AAPW Wrestling Champion show El Rayo the business here.
Every weapon is fair game. Whoever brings it in can also have it raked over their body just like that. But El Rayo is doing what he can to devastate Zeke's leg there, trying to keep him off his feet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Zeke Rose is 6'2", 280 pounds. Like absolutely want to keep this man as grounded as possible. And in a no DQ matchup, you have more than the tools necessary in order to keep someone like that grounded if you really want to.
Absolutely. You got to chop that tree down, get him to your level. Just try to discount that power advantage that Zeke obviously has. But will it be enough?
Oh! Well, I think Chase Burdick's worst fears have been realized.
We are 3 for 3. Our entire referee staff is going down.
And you know, this is what I've been saying this whole night, that we have an embarrassing referee staff here at AAPW, constantly running in the way of matches, botching finishes. It is an embarrassment of pro wrestling.
Well,
these AAPW referees
Sergeant,
here.
you're disrespecting, 3 former 24/7 champions here. I think you got to cut these guys a little bit of slack. They've had a busy night.
You know, as a former 24/7 champion, I, if anyone, can disrespect a former 24/7 champion, and I will take every opportunity to do so.
Well, here we go. You got referee Trevor Blue now here out, hopefully to finally put an end to us all. Maybe we'll get an end to this match before the end of the night.
Hopefully, we have to be careful. If we lose another referee, we might have to get Greenback back out there.
Oh, well.
Both men are down. All 3 referees are still down.
Referee kind of just floating around, not sure what to do for a count there.
Probably got some mind games going on of his own, just also trying to fear for his safety. Trevor Blue is no stranger to danger, but at the same time, it's just, do you want to risk your career having 280 pounds of man thrown into you like that?
And there were no disqualifications, so if Zeke Rose gets upset and just punches a referee, that is 100% fair game. So if I were someone as small as Trevor Blue, I'd be afraid to.
I can't blame you there, Sergeant. I would be absolutely terrified if I were officiating this match. You are right, it is no DQ. You don't got to worry about getting disqualified for pushing or shoving or punching or kicking a ref. It's all fair. Here we go into a fireman's carry. What is he planning? What's he got?
Well, he set up for that finisher of his.
Oh, there we go. Good reversal there. Just drops him on his head with a DDT.
Both men down once again. The wear and tear of this no disqualification match starting to wear them both down. Their bodies having to ache already.
Oh, and those weapons, they hurt. I've been in some of these no disqualification matches before, and it is a painful experience, let me tell you that. I saw Zeke Rose going for that 90291, that new finisher of his, but just too much wear and tear on his body there from all those weapons.
Oh my God,
no.
Well.
Our entire referee corps is down.
Is this a bad time to say that we do not offer health insurance for our referees?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, at this point, what do we have but to send in Benjamin Greenback? I mean, I recommend, first of all, Benjamin Greenback offering me a contract, and second, that Benjamin Greenback get in that ring right away.
I mean, we've got a few beginners, right, that can know how to count to 3, right? Like, just put a zebra shirt on them and call it a day.
Allegedly know how to count to 3. No one has ever confirmed that if any of our beginners can count to 3 yet.
Well, off the ropes here goes El Rayo. Big knee strike, gonna drop the champ down. See, he's trying to roll over there. I think finally it looks like referee JC Garcia's back, at least conscious.
Yeah, JC is starting to show some sign of life as El Rayo goes back up to the top.
I would expect nothing less from the supreme durability of our senior referee.
He's been through a lot. He's like a freight train of a referee, but is he enough? Oh, and the swanton.
Yeah, big senton bomb there from El Rayo. The Thunder comes down, cover. And it's not enough to put the big man away. I mean, he was able to catch a good chunk of it on that senton, but I mean, that's a lot of protective armor that the champion's got on him. So
absolutely not. Zeke Rose is as tough as they come. I've been in the ring against this man before, and I can guarantee you that no swanton bomb will ever put away the Venice Beast.
Oh, hold on. Death Valley driver there. Drops him down, cover.
That Venice sunset of his, an incredibly dangerous maneuver. It's still not enough to put down El Rayo. I am honestly very impressed by El Rayo's durability, if nothing else, with El Rayo tonight.
I have to second that, Sergeant. I was so sure that was going to be the end of it right there.
No, he's probably got if he had body armor under him to start the match, he probably snuck a bit under that mask, too.
I wouldn't doubt it at this point. He's probably got to protect himself in every way imaginable, especially against a guy like Zeke.
Yep, just is able to floor him with a roundhouse kick there, but you can see Rayo kind of beside himself on what he's going to do here. It looks like he's talking out in the crowd there.
Is that? I think that's Zeke Rose's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Talking smack to El Rayo. I love to see it.
Yeah, I think
really
El Rayo
started involved in that match.
Yeah, Rayo started talking smack to her.
Yes!
Oh!
Oh my God! Yes!
Paintbrushes him. Oh, this is bad. Hooks him up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the Venice sunset from the Venice Beast.
And that's it. That's the finish right there.
Well, El Rayo there took his eyes off the prize there, and I think a bit of a lapse in judgment there. Went out to the crowd and look. I mean, am I surprised that a specimen like Zeke Rose, that his partner would be built just the same? Absolutely not. That slap probably felt like a ton of bricks. And I mean, that bit of distraction was all the Venice Beast needed. And through life and death, and through wins and losses and championship defenses, I guess.
That was all it took. Just a few seconds he needed to land that finishing maneuver and lock in the pinfall for the win. Oh my gosh. I don't think El Rayo expected Kelsey to fight back like that.
No, absolutely. The Venice Beach Beast is as dangerous as they come. And AAPW should be honored to have them as his wrestling champion.
And you can see even accompanying him to the back. Look, I call it strategy, call it having your partner's back, but it looks like it's the House of Rose themselves are the ones that can celebrate a victory tonight.
No, absolutely. And APW seems to have found itself the newest team in the House of Rose here. I am very impressed watching this new team before our very eyes.
Guys, want to thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for coming. To the fans watching on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back here again on August 27th. Jay Lethal will be here at AAPW. Tell all your friends and family, come out here and support AAPW. And to all my fans here, thank you very much, guys, for coming tonight.